yes, Seth Rollins got a Wrestlemania match. But we don't know the opponent yet. Well, you don't know the opponent, but it's actually pretty obvious. It's a certain rich superstar. A certain superstar from a wrestling family. Like that family is synonymous with wrestling. This man changed pro wrestling when he left WWE to run another company. When he bought WCW, it's Shane McMahon, ladies and gentlemen. Or Cody. You never know. Imagine we're hoping for Cody, but we get Goldberg instead. Oh man. Rollins, are you by any chance respecting legends? Ah! As Goldberg's son in the front row just wants to go home. Anyway, people, we're here to talk about Monday Night Raw. Whoa. Cut that out. I meant to say Wrestlemania Raw. You see, it's Raw, but it has a WrestleMania logo on it. It basically reminds me of Raw Super Show, because eventually that's what we got. We just got Raw with SmackDown superstars. And I think this show, it wasn't bad by the way, it was but I would say, even though this is WrestleMania Raw, previous shows for the past 3 or 4 weeks were actually better. So this show is kind of a proof that, ending the brand split wouldn't fix all the problems. It wouldn't fix any problems. The only good thing about it is that we would see Brock Lesnar even more often. He says, I always wanted to do this. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. That probably sucked. I'm never doing this again. I've seen people saying that Brock Lesnar was horrible on the microphone. How? I thought this was entertaining promo. It didn't tell anything new, obviously. It was really unnecessary. But the delivery was okay. He was having fun with the crowd, and it goes to show you how much of an alpha male Brock Lesnar is. The crowd didn't fuck with Brock Lesnar at all. Let's talk about it. So basically, the crowd started chanting, "What?" And Brock Lesnar was like, okay, let's play along. So then he talks about all the things he's going to do to Roman Reigns, followed by what chants from the crowd. I'm gonna take him for F5. The crowd chants what? Yeah, Steve will be here too. What? Steve Austin? What? He's an ass kicker like me too. What? But he didn't kick my ass. How was this promo bad? Brock Lesnar is a natural on the microphone. But then Brock says, alright, enough. And you know what? They shut the fuck up. It worked. Like, anyone else could say, alright, enough. No, it's not enough. The crowd will be chanting what? Brock Lesnar says, alright, enough. People sit down. People shut the fuck up. And they listen to Brock Lesnar. Brock has that power, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why I like Brock Lesnar on the microphone. You listen. At the end of WrestleMania, you're going to hear, ladies and gentlemen, your new defending undisputed World Heavyweight Champion of the world, Brock Lesnar! Alpha voice crack, ladies and gentlemen. He also, at the beginning of the promo, talked about these championships having babies and stuff. So yeah, but this promo was good. Then we see The Miz and he introduces Logan Paul with Rey Mysterio's mask. It's disrespectful. I like it. The Miz says, how cool would it be to steal another Rey Mysterio mask so at WrestleMania we both would be wearing masks. We see the Mysterios, Dominic is all business. Dom goes straight for the attack, but then we saw Rey Mysterio versus The Miz. Rey Mysterio picks up the W. Dominic puts Logan Paul in the ring. We are about to see a double 619, but Logan gets away. We got a double 619 to The Miz instead. Frog splash, another frog splash, and Logan Paul is just watching. But yeah, I'm kinda interested. Like I've said, that's the thing with all of these weird ass matches. Like, sure, I would prefer Intercontinental Championship, United States Championship being on the show, but these matches, they would happen anyway. That's the thing with Intercontinental and United States Championships. WWE don't care about them. That's the problem. And you could put The Miz with anyone else from the main roster, you wouldn't care. You care because Logan Paul is not a wrestler and you're interested to see how well does he perform. Bad Bunny had a great performance. Can Logan Paul do that too? Probably. I actually think he's going to have a decent match because Logan Paul, whether you like him or not, he's pretty athletic. Next week, your fear is here. Because Veer Mahan coming to Raw next Monday. And people, next week you're dumb if you don't come. It's Veer Mahan coming to Raw. We saw Omos versus the Viking Raiders, in which Omos won because of a countout. We see Omos celebrating and Bobby Lashley makes his return. We have a WrestleMania match. Lashley versus Omos. Winner gets the respect of them women. Then again, Bobby doesn't need a victory. We saw both men trying to push each other, and it was kind of bizarre because the commentators didn't say a thing until Bobby Lashley actually did something right here. So he points at a WrestleMania sign and we have a match. This match has no build or anything whatsoever, but honestly, this is also kind of a attraction match in a way. Like, I want to see this because this is unpredictable and hopefully we're gonna get an actual finish. And I know WWE are trying to build Omos and he probably needs a lot more W's, but I would kinda be annoyed if Bobby Lashley is going to lose, so I'm all Bobby. I'm joining them women and I'm going to root for Bobby Lashley. Reggie proposed to Dana Brooke and then Akira Tozawa proposed to Tamina, and yeah, 24/7 championship brings people together. I don't know. Then we saw the Tribal Chief and the Bloodline on Monday Night Raw. You can tell because they're wearing red. And Roman is great on the microphone. He absolutely delivered right here, but again, they didn't really say anything new, except it was funny when, Brock Lesnar actually embraced the what chant, but Roman Reigns said, "Shut the hell up. If you keep whatting me, I'm going to smash every single one of you. Like I would smash Steve Austin." And Roman Reigns says he's going to make it personal. Because Brock Lesnar trying to kill you with a tractor? Yeah, maybe. Not that personal, not that personal. Kevin Owens cut a decent promo. I know it most likely won't be the case, but they're treating it like a huge deal, making me believe this might turn into a match. I don't know what is happening, but WWE are really treating it like a huge deal. And obviously Kevin Owens was ranting about Stone Cold Steve Austin. He made fun of Stone Cold Steve Austin's age. It's been 19 years, and that Stone Cold Steve Austin is never coming back. It won't be Stone Cold Steve Austin on Kevin Owens' show, it will be Steve. He will give Austin the biggest platform he's ever had, make him feel good, and then give him the send-off he thinks he deserves. He hates beer, but he's going to drink one with Austin, and it's gonna end with a stunner. He also says he's going to prove he always had a better stunner than Stone Cold Steve Austin. Crowd are booing. I don't have high expectations for this. Most likely it's just going to be a couple of moves, stunner, that's it, beer, that's it. That's most likely the case. But, I kinda appreciate the fact that we haven't seen Stone Cold Steve Austin on Raw, so this is going to be the first time they will actually meet, making it feel kinda, at least a bit more special. Yay! The Intercontinental Champion lost in a few minutes. What's the point of the Midcard Championships at this point? Then we saw Bianca Belair and she almost got the same promo again. She's going to beat Becky Lynch, and as much as I'm not that crazy about it, I think it is a lot more entertaining than Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. At least both women involved are great on the microphone. So we got Becky Lynch attacking her. She wanted to cut Bianca's hair, but we saw Bianca's finisher, and then Bianca did the thing herself, and Becky goes crazy. So now Becky Lynch has to decide on her new hairstyle. Lots of options. Lots of options. Then we saw Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss and King Corbin. Happy Corbin. Corbin refused to tag Madcap Moss, and you know what happened. Drew wins, then Corbin attacks Drew McIntyre. See you at WrestleMania. Drew deserves better, ladies and gentlemen. We need something more special for Drew, but he will kick out of a end of days for the first time ever, so that's gonna be a big deal. We'll see what happens. Can't judge yet. Maybe it's gonna be a classic. Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels? Watch out. Edge says he and AJ Styles will push each other to different places. But only Edge will keep soaring and AJ will stay where he is. He says this will be a match for the ages at WrestleMania. He saw it in AJ's eyes last week. He knows he's already rooming in AJ's head, and at WrestleMania, it will be AJ's Judgment Day. I'm getting Aleister Black vibes from this, if I'm being honest. And the show ends with RK Bro versus the Usos, champions versus champions. Okay, the match was good. Why are you ending a go-home show with a tag team match? With one of the least important matches on your card. No disrespect, but let's be honest. So the match was great, you know, it's the Usos versus RK Bro. We already saw that match a few months ago, I believe, and as far as I can remember, it was really good. So this was no exception. Randy Orton and Riddle won by disqualification because it seems like the Street Profits kinda turned heel, or at least it seemed like it. So we got this big brawl between all the tag teams, which ends with RK Bro standing tall. We saw a couple of RKOs, and they, you know, were beating the living crap out of the Street Profits as if they were heels. You know, it was a heel move to interfere, obviously, and the way they got beat in their asses was kinda heelish as well. It's like they embarrassed them. And I hope that's the case because they desperately need a change, so I'm not really mad at it. I'm happy. So that was your Monday Night Raw. Oh, excuse me. I have sinned! Virgins! Virgins, I have sinned! Wrestlemania Raw, or Raw Wrestlemania. Thank you for watching, the great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.